Hello. Well, this is actually my first time to post anything in YouTube, but I just have to. I just like to give a reaction to the recent debate that happened, or discussion, but recent debate that happened between Kamatis Analysis Unit and Komiksman. Because first off, it's very it's nice to see both sides actually first meeting up. No, it's a great thing because first thing it happened. Unlike it happened. Okay, so both of them were able to have a meeting of the minds and okay, go, let's talk. Okay, and that is also something that's very refreshing. And the debate in itself, the way that the manner of the debate itself was uh, in a way respectful. They were both listen. They were both passionate, but at the same time they were not bastos. Di naman sila bastos. And for most part, I just like to first salute KAU and Komiksman for even having this debate and for maintaining respect for each other. And pwede naman pala. We don't have to resort to being very petty, but nevertheless, that's already a different story. I just like to point, just like to summarize or my points in three things, in four points. My reaction. I would like to summarize my reaction in 4 points. The first is about the chat GPT and the self-defeating statement of Fiscal EJ. Second is the entry of the topic on age of sexual consent. Third is the topic and when the topic of religion was entered, and lastly, overall. But to start the topic on the self-defeating statement of Fiscal EJ, I'm not sure if Comicsman understood the point, but if he did, then I'm not. I guess he was trying to defend Fiscal EJ or trying to point out that Fiscal EJ was the lawyer. But for everybody, and if ever anybody watches this, if they'd like to debunk or correct me, please do. It's that the reason it became self-defeating is that we have to first point out the facts. Number one, Fiscal EJ said that a lawyer is better than ChatGPT. Mas maayos na mas makikinig kayo sa abogado kaysa sa ChatGPT. Okay? Whatever yun, basic na yun. Second is that sinerch niya sa ChatGPT na mas mabuti nga for legal topics, lawyer. Okay? But what made the statement self-defeating, what made it self-defeating on Fiscal EJ's part is that he said, o tingnan mo, nag-support hindi naman not verbatim, pero it's that he referenced ChatGPT as a reason for his stance. Tingnan mo, nag-agree sa akin yung ChatGPT. Okay? It's just like saying, it's basically saying na, it basically ruins Fiscal EJ's argument. Dahil ang argument ni Fiscal EJ is, makinig sa abogado. Mas makinig sa abogado kaysa sa ChatGPT. Pero he ended his point by saying, tingnan mo, nag-support sa akin si ChatGPT. Diba? Tingnan mo, kahit si ChatGPT sinasabi na makinig sa akin, na dapat abogado. That defeats the statement because dapat nga hindi ka nga dapat nga hindi ChatGPT eh. It's basically saying to put it in the basest sense is that parang sinasabi ni Fiscal EJ, huwag ka maniwala sa kanya kasi sinungaling siya, ako totoong tao. And then sinabi na sinungaling, oo, tama siya. Then sinabi ni Fiscal EJ, oo, maniwala ka, pakinggan mo yung sinungaling, tama ako. So that defeats his statement. I think, I'm not sure, Comicsman, if iba yung pagkakaintindi mo, pero yun kasi pagkakaintindi ko on why naging self-defeating yung statement ni Fiscal EJ. And on that point, I would just have to say that Caillou put it out very clearly. Well, in a lot more technical terms, pero basically ganun. Yun yung naging point ni Caillou kung bakit self-defeating yung statement ni Fiscal EJ. Now, during the course of that debate, I was already, tama naman si I got Caillou's point. And medyo on your end that when you were saying, kasi abogado siya eh. Oo, abogado nga si Fiscal EJ. And yes, fiscal pa siya. But the point of the matter is, he made a self-defeating statement by referencing something that he says is not reliable. Parang nga, just like I said, parang sinabi niya, maniwala ka sa sinungaling. And that made it self-defeating. Okay, again, it's my opinion, so if anybody would like to debunk, or if anybody would even be watching this, please just correct me, debunk me, or whatever. Another thing also is that, but what made me find it a little bit off was that when Caillou inserted age of sexual consent. Why? Because Caillou can put whatever reason, even if he finds it illogical, even if he finds it na kasi 18 yan eh. It's like what Attorney Libay was saying, dangerous yun dahil nga 16, 18, and even regardless of what Fiscal EJ said or omitted, or diba, some laws that he was omitting, which was the point of that may sinasabi siya na na-omit niya sa debate, or whatever, na kahit sinasabi niya na dalhin niyo sa Kongreso kung gusto niyo gawing 18. But the fact of the matter is, whatever you say, even if it's illogical, even if it's whatever, batas na siya eh. Kaya nga may age of sexual consent. Batas na yun eh. So, kahit gaano mo pa siyang balibalik ta rin, it's already there, which is the reason why the 3 judges decided on Fiscal EJ. Kasi yun na yun. So kahit ano pa sabihin nyo, Fiscal EJ doesn't want to talk about it, or anybody doesn't want to talk about it, fact of the matter is, may batas. Unless magbago yung batas, then wala, yun pa rin yun. Ngayon, one thing I also didn't like about before saying that, sabi ni Divine, he wasn't prepared. Even if he wasn't prepared, the point of the matter, even his point was to raise awareness. Raise awareness all you want. If you want to put a tarpaulin all over EDSA or whatever, the fact of the matter is, yan yung batas. So, when Caillou started inserting, homosexual consent, diba, bakit mo sinasabing pumunta kami sa Kongreso kung 18? Doesn't matter. Batas na yan eh. Actually, kung gusto nyo, kayo nga pumunta. And I understood what Komiksman was saying, ba't ako pupunta doon? Yun na yung batas, panalo na ako, ito na yun eh. So, why do I have to go there? And I know hindi sila nagkakaintindihan. Because Caillou was explaining the concept, Komiksman was explaining the reality. Okay. May big difference doon eh. Ang inisip ko mismo, panalo na ako eh. Don't you get the point of the fact that they're asking us to go to Congress kung gusto namin 18, pag sinabi ko sa inyo, that is, there's a fundamental difference there. So dun pa lang, hindi na talaga sila magkakatugna. And to add to that, when Caillou inserted the point of, si God, kung si Jesus Christ is God, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but what if I do not subscribe to your belief that God could be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? What if my belief is there's only one God and this person as his prophet? So your truth, if you can't even call it a truth because there's no facts naman eh. Ang sinasabi ni Komiksman is pwedeng iba yung facts. Kasi I believe I think sa comment section nilagay ko din, facts support the truth. Okay? How can you support something with how can you support that Jesus Christ is God? When where is it? Where is the other facts? Because if a big chunk of the world, which is believes in another type, believes in Allah and not Jesus Christ, essentially, even if they're the same, but they will not subscribe that Christ is God for them, then dun pa lang medyo alanganin na eh. Okay, that's only actually the only two things that I found a little bit off with regards to the points that Kayo was making. Wherein pinapasok niya age of sexual consent, or the framework, or the point of it. But that regardless of that, may batas na. It's just like saying, oh, bawal ka tumawid sa kalyeng ito kasi may batas, may nakalagay na bawal tumawid. Okay, bawal na tumawid. Kahit na sabihin mo, stupid naman yan, 2 steps lang yung street, bawal pa rin tumawid. Wala kang magagawa. May batas na yun eh. Yun na yung batas. Yun na yun. So, you can either change the law or just ignore it altogether. If that's what you do. Not ignore. Kailangan mo sumunod. Either sumunod ka or daan mo sa papalitan yung batas. So whatever point you'll be saying with age of sexual consent, it doesn't matter. Yan yung batas. Honestly, we don't, I listen to both. I have to give a shout out. I give the shout out to, what happens is, I actually watch Teacher Mark reacts first, and then go to Kayo, kasi medyo, sorry, I find that it's, yung the way the Teacher Mark explains, it's simpler. And then once I get a framework or understanding, doon ako lilipat kay Kayo. But at the same time, I also watch Sausawan podcast with Chris Bakula and Komiksman, because they give a more basic working man's explanation and view on things. Kasi I think si Komiksman is also, parang gusto niya maging Joe Rogan eh. Which is, he will have hot takes, but mas mas basic, na hindi naman natin kailangan masyadong highfalutin in the Philippines, kasi gagamitin ko ba yan sa trabaho? Gagamitin ko ba yan tumawid ng kalye? Gagamitin ko ba yan sa pambili ko ng groceries? Yes, it could help, but at the end of the day, not the normal people will not use it. Okay, kahit nasabi mo pa, critical thinking, at the end of the day, there will be times that you will, teka lang, just do this first. Okay, but those are just my views. Those are the only 3 things, and the lastly is just my overall view. First thing is that I salute Kayo, and I salute Komiksman for even having this discussion. And they're having a discussion wherein hindi sila they have their points, they're passionate about their points, pero hindi sila nag-aaway. Hindi sila nag-iinsultuhan. Okay? Actually, nag-iinsultuhan sa comics, nakakatawa. So, I was joining that as well. But again, this is a great exercise. And may part 2, di ba? Magpa-part 2 sila about tool for brand of justice. And I hope it also comes like this. And again, to anybody who watches this, thank you. This is unedited. This is actually my first video, and I just like to thank you everybody to anybody who reads this. But to anybody who wants to disprove my point or debunk, please do so. It helps me get better. It helps me get smarter as well. And again, thank you Kayo, and thank you Komiksman for having this discussion. But again, those are my 3 points. Those are my points with regards to fiscal EJ being self-defeating, explain ko yun, and also with the points na na-insert ni Kayo with regards to sexual consent and with religion. Kasi medyo Now, actually, I would like to add with regards to facts and truth, pero kasi I'm not that knowledgeable on that. Pero ang sa akin kasi is that I believe that facts support the truth. So it's not, you can't put them together. They cannot be equal. It's the facts that will support the truth. So like what Komiksman saying, minsan you're trying to prove something and then nagkakamali ka. Diba? Because some of the experiments naman are bordered in baka okay to, baka pwede to. Then until it gets proven, then it becomes the truth. Okay, so facts can change. Kasi pwede magbago eh. Facts can change, right? Like, facts of the case can change. May bagong developments can change to attain the truth. So, facts and truth are not equal. Truth first before facts. Yun, that's actually my other point. Truth first before facts. Yun naman. So, medyo, both of you guys, medyo, and doon ako naniniwala. A fact will support a truth. Again, thank you for this, and my first video. So, thank you again, and more power to KAU, more power to Komiksman, and to all the supporters. We can actually be respectful. Honestly, I'm not, minsan hindi rin, but this shows that both sides can talk with respect, and they can talk even if they don't agree. At least they can have their points across. So thank you very much, and on to hopefully I can watch the next debate again. Thank you.